Of course, of course, of course. Welcome in. Hello, everyone. God damn. It's so good to be back, man. You know what I'm saying? Flip one off. Yeah, it's so good to be back. I am happy to be back here once again. Okay, this is that old school. For those that may not know, this is that old school. Never mind what's going on back here. Either pay attention to what's up here. Okay, I know I got a lot of stuff going on. Just keep it focused right here. Yeah, no, it's been a great time, man. We're back at this again. So you've seen us transform. Okay, you've seen us transform from the news to men and women, right? And then we did some men's self-help when we went through the book, a book. And now we're back on the news again. All right, so we're back making it happen, and I really enjoyed this piece. I've enjoyed the whole process because I've gotten to um, be with a lot of entertaining, wise, funny individuals, man, and just them dedicating their time and to just giving you guys their perspective, how they see it, the real deal, man. We have really had some real unforgettable people, and they're back again, man. Yes, they are back. So we are going to get to them in 1 second. I just wanted to go through everything. I'm kind of new at this again. All right, I've been off for a little while, so I'm trying to get back into it. All right. First thing first, we'll do a little bit of housekeeping. I did not get that out of here, huh? Let me see where the housekeeping at. So if you can, hit the like button, hit the sub, all right, and hit the notification so you know every time we go live. All right. If you are later on see that this has aired and you were not here a part of it, please feel free to go back, unsubscribe, and subscribe again, because sometimes they say it's a little wonky, and it does its own thing. So feel free to do that. Also, if you want to, you can donate. There is a Cash App right up at the top. All right. Any proceeds go to the stream to make it better. That's how we got a mic and an interface and another stream deck. All right. So we're always trying to make it better and bigger and better for your enjoyment. All right. And I'm thinking about bringing back the open mic again as well. We usually do it at the end of the month. However, I might do it now. Right. I might just, if you want to come in, I might let you come in. Just let me know if you want to come in, and we're going to do that. All right. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get right into this thing. All right. For those who may not know, man, this young lady goes by the name of K. Emil. All right. You can purchase her journal from Amazon entitled Couples Gratitude Journal. Okay. It's a journal to express appreciation for the low price of $16. Okay. She also has a YouTube channel. I don't think she's been active on it, so I'm not going to. But it is K. Emil. Please go on there, support, hit the subscribe button. Please welcome none other than K. Emil. How you doing, Kay? How you doing today?
I'm good. Why am I so close to the camera? I'm just
I have no idea. I have no idea, but I don't want to keep you right there because I know you get a little nervous sometimes. All right, so but it's good for you to be here. Thank you for coming. I really do appreciate you being here. All right, and now what we'll do is we'll go to none. Okay, y'all get ready. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I sent out the bat signal. He replied immediately. I told him I was afraid of him. Because he always gives the real deal, man, and he never holds it back, man, just like all the other people. But this guy, he scares me, man. I can't wait to see what he's gonna do. He's very controversial. Please don't get me canceled. If you want to, you can find him on YouTube at Gooch the Prophet. You can also find him on Instagram at Big Gooch __. You can also find him on Facebook at Gooch the Prophet and on TikTok at Prophet Pressure, man. Please give a warm welcome to none other than Mr. That's not Mr. Goose the Prophet, but this is about to be Mr. Goose the Prophet. Mr. Goose. Oh, I put the wrong one. Goose the Prophet. What do you do, man? How you doing today? Oh, man, it looks like you might be frozen. It's okay. We're going to bring it all together real quick. All right. Welcome and glad to see everybody. Oh, we got Mr. Diz Riz in the building today, man. He says we wearing suits in 2025 on the podcast. What it do? Yes, yes, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got a star-studded panel, man. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta come out. I gotta make something happen here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just happy to be here and able to kick it with him, man, and get it in. So I'm sorry I didn't want you to be on the big screen the whole time. But now that I got you on a regular screen and you're not all face to face up close, how's it been going, man? How you been doing, Kay?
I'm good. I'm good. I've just been, take care of my daughter and living life. That's about it.
All right, I hear that. I hear that. Man, Goops the Prophet, man, how are you doing today? I know your intro kind of messed up a little bit, but how are
Yeah,
you doing today, man?
I'm well, man. I'm well. Good spirits. Everything is just beautiful.
Man, you look good. Okay, let's start there. Okay, the melanation is
Thank you.
melanating. You know what I'm saying? You're doing your
Thank
thing.
you.
Whatever it
Thank you.
is, you keep it going, man. Keep it going.
I appreciate that.
Now,
Thank
you,
you.
you
All
always got a
praise.
lot of things going on, man. Is there anything that you're doing right now currently?
Yeah, I got the music. Uh, I got a song, a video dropping here soon, probably by the end of the week. I just dropped a song, Shaq and Kobe, with it was a collaboration with this brother I was blessed to come across named SPG Nook. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. So we did a collaboration on that. I just shot a documentary um, for for a boxing coach, which is my son's boxing coach. Really like a big brother to me. I just shot his documentary along with a guy by the name of Charles Maddox. He does some work for Netflix and things like that, and Amazon Prime. I'm sorry. Um, but other than that, man, it's just family. Well, God, family, and work.
Hey, man, I hear that. Yo, list a whole line, but other than that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Man, you doing a lot over there. You keep it moving, man.
yeah.
It's good to hear. I know you always got a lot of stuff going on, man. You're well rounded in the community, doing your
Thank you,
thing. You know what I'm saying? So continue to keep that going, my guy. He ain't
thank you,
slowing down no time soon, man. I love to hear it. All right,
thank you.
so I'm gonna give a little warning here, okay? All right, for people out there in the comment section. Um, we talking about politics. Some things I don't understand. I'm going to ask some questions. I'm going to show some videos, see if we can get an understanding. And this is for the election. The election is Tuesday. Okay, a lot of states have already done early voting. As you can see, I've already participated in my early voting. But there are some places where, and people who have not, and there are some that I've seen recently that are undecided. Okay, so we're gonna tap in a little bit, and I want to understand number one, why is this election so close? Because you have such a diverse pick, um, as well as some other facets that I want to get into as well. All right, so it may be a little bit electrically charged. Feel free to say your opinion. Give out the information. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, I do not know everything, so I don't even know most things. So just let me know, and I'm willing to listen, learn, and we can move from there. I've already given out the rules to the panelists. All right, they already know what's going on, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this thing going. All right. Um, Normally this is not normally what I do. Normally I'll do like stories and things like that and have a little bit of things here or there. But because it is the season for the election, we're gonna kind of focus in on some of the things that I normally don't talk about. All right. One thing is for sure though, if you have show of hands, if you want to, has anybody voted? No. Okay. Is anybody
Nah,
planning on voting? No.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna vote. Yeah.
Okay. Kay,
Huh?
are you planning on voting in this election? You
I'm
plan?
planning, but it depends. It depends on how long those lines are, because I do have a special needs daughter, and she can only stand so long. So
Okay. So you're planning on voting, but depending on how long the lines are, depends on if you're going to be able to stay in those lines. Is what I'm hearing. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. All right. So we at least we do have a panel of voters. So that's interesting. Is anybody undecided? Show of hands. Anybody undecided? Okay. Everybody know what they're going for. All right. So what we're gonna go ahead and do? What we're gonna go ahead and do? We're gonna go ahead and get into this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and
Try.
do the suit real quick. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get into this thing. All right. So the first thing is something that's really, really important. All right. If you are planning on voting, it may be too late. You'll have to check your state and see how this applies to you. But it is definitely important to check on. Miss Shanti says hi. Hey y'all, says Miss Shanti. Hey y'all.
Hey,
What's
Or hey
going
Shanti.
on,
Shanti.
cuz? What's happening?
You need to jump your butt on.
She's scared. She's scared. She was like, no, I don't want to do it. I was like, girl, sit your ass down. So all right. So the first thing we're going to talk about is registration. All right. So this is something that happened, I think, in Georgia. So this is something to be aware.
I encourage everybody to check their voter registration status, like your county, check to see which county you're registered in. Even if you checked it yesterday, recheck it today. Today I went and tried to early vote, and I get up to the desk, the gentleman scans my driver's license, and he tells me that I cannot vote at that precinct because I am registered in Fulton County. And he flips the screen and he shows me an address in Alpharetta, Georgia that I've never lived at in my life. And she says, yeah, we can see that you've consistently voted in Bibb County. And I said, okay, well, can you guys transfer me back to Bibb County so that I can cast my vote today? And she said, no, because about a week and a half ago, someone mailed in a paper ballot from that Alpharetta address requesting a mail-in ballot on your behalf. And I said, well, that wasn't me. I live in Macon. And she said, well, yeah, I definitely understand, sweetie, but we can't let you vote until we figure this out.
All right. So
Wow.
have y'all checked y'all voters registration to make sure that you guys are still good, so you don't come up on Tuesday and not be able to vote potentially?
Nah, I haven't checked mine. I definitely need to
Yeah.
check on that.
Okay, I believe you should be able to go, I
Um.
think, to vote.org.
Wow.
Put in your information, it should tell you if
Mhm.
you're good to go on that front. But who would have thought it, right? She's never lived anywhere else, so you would have imagined that,
You know. You know
everything was
what?
good.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all because this election is just so controversial on so many levels that I'm not surprised that there are going to be so many issues as the days go by, and we're like what 2 days away from the national vote. So I'm not even surprised.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either. You know, it seems like it's a lot of that. You know, weird stuff start happening around election time.
Yeah, to say the least, man. Say the least. So yeah, make sure. I just wanted to bring that to awareness. Um, that was off of Dr. Ritchie. He also said that there are things that you can do sometimes, depending on your state. If that does happen to you, you may be able to still vote, but they may hold it until the investigation goes through, so on and so forth. So there may be other options. Make sure you're checking and asking, but be proactive in checking your registration so you'll be ahead of the curve instead of behind it. That would be my advice on that end. Well. What do we have here? We have a podcast, sir. Mr. Jakar Lee. Dylan says, I'm surprised. Who would thought? Yeah. You would have think, you never lived anywhere else. And then the fact that someone pretty much tried to vote for you. So all those people, just imagine all those people who don't vote, but they might be voting. Because somebody, if she didn't vote and somebody took her registration and or did what they did and voted for her, man, that's crazy, man. Everybody, let your voice be heard. All right. Now, let's get to the good shit. All right. So, let's see. What do we say about this? Okay. This is a clip of Trump's North Carolina boat rally. All right. There was this old saying that not all Republicans are racist, but all races are Republican. Let's check this out.
Wow, look at this beautiful swastikas. There we go. White power. Hell Trump. Yeah. Make America white again. Woo, woo, woo. Let me see that sign. There we go, man. My Pillow, 1488.
Yep, you saw and heard that right. A group of out and about neo-Nazis felt comfortable enough to not only join the parade, but to try to spread their hateful ideology to anyone willing to listen. We can't emphasize enough that while every Trump supporter doesn't believe what these disgusting bigots do, Trump and the Republicans and their rhetoric, their talking points, their policy positions, alas, attract and specifically cater to people like this in order to bring them into the movement and broaden the scope of potential.
Well, let's talk about it, okay? I'm going to start off with you, Kay. Why are they comfortable with this party? Why are they comfortable with this man?
Because he has the same views that they have, and he says it, the quiet part out loud, and they like that, and that's like ignition for them to, they feel like, their ego is boosted, and we go out here and do what we want to do, and nobody is gonna stop us because we're more superior than everybody else and all that hoopla. So yeah, they feel really empowered because of this man. So
okay, and Gooch the Prophet. It seems like they're comfortable in this place. We don't, or at least I don't really see, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't really see this on the other side as far as them waving the flag with the Democratic banner or the Democratic candidate banner, or even for the independent on the banner. Why do you think they're comfortable with this party or this person? And if so, why? If not, why?
Yeah, I definitely think that, like, let me just start off by saying, because I don't want to, I'm going to try to filter my response a little bit so I don't offend, nobody out there, But I feel like they're comfortable, with being on the Republican side, and I think this is due to them just, I don't know, being slow, or not up to speed on things, because in reality, you know, from my perspective and based on the data I've reviewed, you know, I believe that the Democratic Party more aligns with what their agenda is, and if they knew that, they'd be at the Democrat. But a lot of people just don't pick up on things. So I think they believe the Nazis believe that they are at the right party, but they really at the wrong party. And I don't have a
yeah, but
problem.
to me, they feel like they're at the right party because there's a black woman running on the Democratic side.
I
So
think that's
to her
definitely.
point, then would that not be contradictory to them being on that side? Wouldn't they?
So
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah. Well, I mean, when you put it like that, that does make sense. I mean, but at the same time, you know, when it boils down to it could have been reversed. If it was a black Republican and a white Democrat, if it's just purely based on race, they're just gonna I'm pretty sure they're gonna go with their race. Which I'm not mad at. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a disdain for neo Nazis or racist Caucasians. So I don't know. You feel me? I feel like they are definitely um, with the Republican Party because of race. But again, if you make your decision based on race, you know, you can't be really that smart.
Hmm.
So they kind of slow.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because if they really want their agenda, like if they was smart, they would go side with who's with their agenda, and not side against somebody who's with them just because of the race. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
I just think they slow.
Okay. So if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying that you think that they're they are with the right people. They're aligning with the right man, but they're not. But the fact that they're doing it based off of race makes it, and it that's the issue.
No, no. They're siding with the wrong crowd because, for instance, I seen a rally once with a Trump rally where a guy was spewing racial slurs, or he had a Nazi shirt on or something like that, and Trump had him removed, and he was like, if America was still great, he would have been out of here way before I even had to say anything. You know what I'm saying? So they're siding with Trump because there's a how can I say, something around him that makes him look like a racist, or that's the rumors that kind of surround him, is that he's a racist. If you were to go based on what you been showed, or based on the narration, you know what I mean, based on that, versus you going to check it out yourself, you're not going to make the right decision. So just to try to sum it up, because I know I'm kind of jumping a little bit here and there. I think that in their mind, they think they're with the right party. In reality, they're with the wrong party.
Okay. So are you saying that they should be with the Democrats?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So do you think if you show a picture of Trump crowd and a picture of what the Democrat crowd looks like, do you think that those will look the same as far as diversity, or do you think one may be heavier on the European American side?
I definitely think that that the Republican side would be much more European. But again, this is due to a lack of knowledge. You know what I mean? Um, because it's been an image painted. You know what I'm saying? As Trump is like this racist type of guy. I mean, I you can sit down with older black Democrats. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll say of melanated. They ain't got to be just black. But you sit down with older Democratic people. Even I'm not even gonna limit it to color. You sit down with certain Democratic people, people that are with that party, and you can explain, you know, facts to them, and they're still not gonna, you know what I mean, receive it. Like as far as when it comes to Trump, because you, some people, the same way a racist feel, I vote for a white monkey before I vote for a black woman. You know what I'm saying? They
Mhm.
feel like I'll vote for a giraffe before I vote for Trump. You get what
Okay.
I mean? So
Yeah.
I think it's more of a I can't think of that word. Narrative. It's a narrative. You know what I'm saying? That's being pushed.
Okay. So you're saying like he's not actually racist. It's just the fact that that's what's being pushed out to the masses is that he is.
Yeah.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't think I don't to be honest with you, I don't think Trump cares too much about anything except for uh money, winning, you know, stuff like that. I feel like he doesn't really care about race like that.
I'll say that me and
Mm,
you agree on
that
that
might
one.
be true. That might be true, but you don't think that he's like playing into it?
Of course, that's the smart thing to do. When you trying to get voters, I would play, for instance, all right, so I dropped a song, um, a reel on my TikTok, and there was a boy that commented on my reel. You understand? And this boy, he based upon what I could see, and based upon the comment, it seems as if this boy is probably how can I say this, with the community, you know, the alphabet
Mm,
community. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
However, I'm not gonna, though that's not something I believe in, or that's not something that I like or condone. You know what I mean? I'm still gonna leave his comment up there. I might like his comment because he's supporting what I'm doing and he's a fan.
But
So I think
see,
that's go ahead.
that's the part that I can't get with because, like, it's not just a few people, spewing out. Okay, it'd be one thing if it was just, the voters, out here, doing all this racist stuff, but it's not just the voters, it's the people in his campaign, the ones that he paid to go make speeches at his rallies, spewing a lot of racist stuff too. And it's like he's sitting back and just enjoying and watching the show.
Yeah, I mean, when we boil down, if we really boil down into it, you know what I mean. Um,
Because,
at both of
I
these,
just feel like if that's something that you don't believe in, whether it's for my gain or my loss or whatever the case may be, if that's something that I'm not in agreement with, or I ride with, or whatever the case may be, I'm not gonna be around people that potentially makes me look bad. I'm not finna do it. If my beliefs don't align with yours, like, because it's people that's taking stuff that takes stuff to the extreme.
mhm.
You know what I mean? It's not just a disagreement, or oh well, a belief or anything. Well, it's a belief, but it's just not. Well, we're gonna say this for the campaign, but we don't really believe this. They're starting a big uproar, knowing that people are mentally unstable out here and will take it to the extreme and potentially cause harm to everybody else over what this man and his uh, political allies or whatever are saying.
Yeah,
So, if it's like he rather see bloodshed and win this election, you know, than to lose the election and no harm was done.
I think that when it comes to like living, and that's one of the reasons why that's like politics is something I've always been skeptical about getting involved in. Because you're not, and even in the industry, in certain industries, once you get to a certain level, there may be some bending that you may have to do, to compromise your morale. You know what I mean? So I think
Hmm.
that, in living your life, I agree with that. I'm not gonna have something around me, that I don't believe in. However, I think in politics, that's the game. I think the difference is that Trump, you know, he just lets it hang out. He's not ashamed, um, or he's not gonna. I think he's very self confident, so he's not too fast gonna get embarrassed. However, when you got the other party, if we really drill down into it, at the top of both of these parties is a lot of racism going on. When you really
Hmm.
drill down into like, um, who we're borrowing money from, who has a say so. You know what I mean? These people have a agenda that they're trying to push, and I think that, it's a situation to where, do I vote for this devil that's, not trying to act like they're not a devil, and trying to hide all of their dirt, or do I vote for this devil? I, he wears his heart on his sleeve. I understand what he is and who he is. I kind of know him better. It's like, there's a saying for that. The devil you know is better than the devil you don't.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
No, I definitely do agree with that. And Dizriz said he said exactly at the beginning. He said Demo started the triple Ks. That is true. Jeffrey Dahmer was in his daddy's ball sack at one time as well. Sometimes it's not where you start; it's where you end it. All right. So, with that being said, we'll go ahead and move on to the next. That's with love. That's with love, Desiree. Now, one of the things that you were saying as well is like the company or things that you would keep around you. Could it be that he keeps bad company around him? Let's see, because there was this comedian who said something that was a little controversial, or people were talking about. Let's take a look at it and see what they talk.
There's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there. And these Latinos, they love making babies too. Just know that. They do. They do. There's no pulling out. They don't do that. They come inside, just like they did to our country.
Now, again, I think that Prophet, I think he has an image problem. I think the people that he has around him, i.e., this was at a Trump rally. This is somebody that he selected to be on there. The same with he was around some well-known racists as well. And of course, whenever this comes out or there's an issue, his first thing is, I don't know them, right? Does this hurt him though? Especially among Latino, or more specifically Puerto Rico voters.
It's a very, very dangerous topic right now when you start talking about them Latinos, you know what I mean, and black jobs and all of that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I definitely, I have no problems with a racist, and I have no problems with Latinos. However, I am gonna say that the Latin community or Hispanic community has grown tremendously, at least in my area, from what I can see, tremendously. I was in Walmart the other day. It's so tremendous that I was in Walmart during the hurricane, Hurricane Helene. I was trying to get a portable fan. And long story short, I asked for help to find where it was. And the lady, she was an older Hispanic lady, and she was like, I don't speak no English. And she tried to translate it. So we're going back and forth trying to communicate, and I didn't get help. Then I went up to another guy, and this guy actually looked like a brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even think he was Spanish. I was like, yo, can you help me find such? And he was like leaning on the pallet, on his phone. You know what I mean? He was like, Papi, no English.
No hablo English.
I'm like, man, that's crazy. How can you get a job? I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like me going to another country and getting a job there not knowing the language. That's crazy work, And I think that the general manager there, because when I went another day during the hurricane, I asked this lady, and she was like a manager, and she had a very thick accent as well. She could speak English, but her accent was very thick. But, I just seen an influx in the Latin community. Now, I know that I've watched, I'm a fan of comedy. And I've watched many comedians of all different races make racist jokes or make fun of different races. You know what I mean? I never took it to heart. Actually, sometimes I secretly go look up Bill Burr, and watch some of his, some of the
But Bill
jokes
Burr ain't bad though.
he's not
He's not
terrible,
as
but
bad, not as bad.
he definitely has made some jokes though.
You might have to send me some of them because I don't
Dealing
know.
with
I like Bill
race.
Burr.
Me too. Me
No,
too.
he gets to the edge, but he ain't gonna cross it.
Yeah, he may not cross it, but there are some. I like the way you said that. He does get to the edge, but he doesn't cross it. But there are some comedians that do cross the line. You know what I mean? And when they're doing that, they know that it could offend people or hurt people. But I mean, you know, like I said, I don't have a problem with the racists. If they're for their race of people and making their race of people be elevated, in wealth and community and status, I think that's a great thing. Go ahead, as long as you're not hurting people. You know what I mean? But if you're for your race, you know what I mean. If you're pro-white and you're a white man, I understand. If you're pro-Latino and you're a Latino man, I understand. And if you make some jokes about it, I'm not gonna get offended unless are in your tone is belligerent and you're like, trying to come at me or insult me. Then it may be a different course of action. Even then, I'll still try to resolve it peacefully. But I wouldn't be offended.
You're in Florida. You gotta learn a little bit of Spanish. Habla un poco
Yeah.
de español.
I know. That's all I know
That's
is a
all.
little bit.
Muy
It
poco
wasn't
de
enough to
español.
get them
Yeah.
directions.
I hear that. But I don't know if I heard you answer the question though, which was, do you think that this helps his campaign?
Um, I think it's a 50-50 shot, man.
Okay.
The majority of this country, I believe, is white. I'm not sure,
Well,
but
no,
I
I'm
think
not.
that they
I
have
mean,
a
I'm
lot.
speaking more specifically to the Puerto Rican people. Do you think that this ignites them to go vote for him, or
Oh,
possibly?
of course not. Of course
Okay.
not. Then, yeah, of course not. He's not gonna. Yeah, he lost a lot of Latino voters with that one. You know what I'm saying, for sure. You know, but he may have gained some more racist ones. You never know, so it could even out. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, and I don't like how he monopolized. Look, Puerto Ricans are not the only ones that don't pull out. I don't pull out either. So just put that
Me
in the
either.
But see,
record.
Me either.
Come on,
You know
let the
what I'm
church
but
say
saying?
amen. Let the
uh,
church say amen. That ain't what
Amen.
it made for. Uh,
oh
Exactly.
my God,
Exactly. Yeah.
Kay, man, do you think this helps or hurts the
huh?
campaign? Um,
I think it
um,
hurts the campaign. I believe it hurts the campaign because I'm gonna tell you like this: as many jokes as the African American community has to endure for pretty much a lifetime. When the jokes get flipped on, somebody else, then it doesn't become funny anymore. And I really think that they thought, well, I'm not saying all, I'm not saying all, but there are some Puerto Ricans feel like that they are untouchable, so to speak. They have the same superiority as uh, anybody of the Caucasian race would have. So they tend to look down on what everybody else deems to, be you know, the lesser race, so to speak. And so they just jump on the bandwagon whenever it suits them or it benefits them. So them actually, hearing somebody say that, I think they took it as they're not equal, like they thought they were. And so, of course they're going to be running to the Democratic side because they didn't realize that the jokes are on them too. So,
okay. And To you, Gooch. Before we get off of this and move to the next thing, does this lend credence to what's being said or put out about former President Trump being possibly racist? If this is who he has around him.
Yeah, I definitely think that. I mean, to be honest with you, I I definitely think he needs to start evaluating his partners a little bit better than what he does. Because I heard JD Vance say some wild stuff too. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like it's crazy. You feel me? But I think that these people be tied in because I'm almost certain Kamala is tied in with some people who's done some questionable things as well, or she's been a part of some situations that were not necessarily in our favor. You know what I mean? Um, but so I think sometimes they're just tied in, and maybe that's the reason why. Because Trump, I want to believe that he's not that dumb. You know, being that he's built, this or amassed this large amount of wealth, with help of his father, of course, but still, to run business and make these deals, you gotta be kind of, good up top. But, which leads me to believe like they must be tied in financially together, and he don't really have a choice.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. And after this, the former President Trump came out, made a statement, said he apologized for the remarks that were made from the comedian I'm just kidding. He did not. He doubled down. Let's take a look at it.
All right, guys.
So the comedian says
that's
that
so dirty.
Puerto Rico's trash. It's a trash island, and what does this guy do? He goes in and jumps in a specialized Trump garbage can. Is that bad optics, Kay?
That's why I keep saying I don't think it's just the people that surround him that influencing him, for the better of the campaign. I really think that he's just like, you know what, this is my last time I'm able to, campaign again, so I'm just gonna go all out. And he is definitely going all out. It's like, okay, I'm not, gonna be nice to, try to get votes and this, that, and the other. I'm not gonna, be this fun person. I'm gonna for the ones that I know is my die-hard voters. And no matter what I say, what I do, they're gonna vote for me. And in the process, potentially recruiting more, which is what's going on right now. So, I mean, I really think this is how he really feels. And he's like, you know what? I'm just going to, do what I feel, say how I feel. And this is what people expect of me. So, why not give it to them?
Okay. Well said. Goose the Prophet. Um, the comment was made about Puerto Rico being trash, and then he jumps into a trash can. I mean, not into a trash can, into a garbage truck. Bad optics, intentional. I mean, what help hurt? What do you think?
So this was right after the
Yes.
speech.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's trying to send a subliminal message. You know what I mean? I definitely think he's subbing at the Hispanic people. You know what I mean? I don't know if, but Puerto Rico is part of America, part of the U.S. now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why. What would be his beef with Puerto Rico because they're not coming over here illegally. I could
But see,
see.
that's the thing that that's the thing I couldn't understand because the majority of Puerto Ricans were Trump fans. And for him to just flip the script like that, you know what I'm saying, on them and, just, go all out racist on them, is weird to me. Because you had your voters, no matter what he said, no matter what he did, they was gonna vote for him anyway.
The polls must have said something different. Maybe they turned on him. I don't know. That's crazy.
I
Yeah, I
don't
don't
even
know.
think, honestly, I don't even think they looking at the polls no more. I don't even think they, looking at, what the favor is no more after Kamala, had that growth spurt as soon as she, decided to run. I think they just doing what they feel.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, this definitely seems like a sub. I'm not gonna deny that. It seems like a dart in the dark or a shot at the Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico. Yeah, that's if the guy went up there and said them jokes and then he hopped into a trash truck. He's sending a
And
pretty
it was
clear
rap
signal
with
without
Trump.
saying it.
It wasn't like they just told the city to bring a garbage truck up to the rally. He had it wrapped in his campaign slogan. So it
Yeah,
was all planned. That was the plan.
yeah.
I gotta be honest.
Guess he say he's taking out the trash. You know what I mean?
I
That's what I
can't
think. That's what
say
he's getting
for
at.
certain that I would necessarily say it was planned. Right? It could have been something that was
Mm-mm.
already in motion. It just happened the way it happened, and lo and behold, it
Mm-mm.
turned out the way it turned out. Right? Just
Mm-mm.
benefit
Yeah,
of the
because I
doubt.
just don't see. I don't know why. What would be his beef
Puerto
with Puerto
Rico.
Rico?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Now,
that's the
well,
reason why it's finding strange.
so
Like what I mean?
okay, so there, I think there's an issue with others. I think that's his whole campaign. Is
Mm-hmm.
it's us and it's them. He uses very not nice to say the least type of language
Yeah.
that says they're going to taint our blood here.
Yeah.
So it's a very them versus us type of thing. So it feeds off of the fear of maybe European Americans who fear, that they may not have a status. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. But I think that it could be something that um, ignites them to want to come out and support. I think he's tapping into something that's already been there in America. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing new. It's already been there.
Exactly.
He's
Yeah.
tapping into it.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That American pride. It's just us and not. I'm not gonna say the word, but you know what I
Okay.
mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how
Yeah.
they
I was
feel.
about to say, I wouldn't.
This
Okay,
is
I wouldn't
this just for
categorize it, but
us.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a whole
Yeah.
nother word.
It is a us versus them type situation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Especially with the refugees and stuff coming over here. It's like they putting all of them, including the Puerto Ricans, in one category.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
again, look, anybody in the comment section, if I'm wrong, let me know. All right. Please do not be afraid. If you want to come up here, I'll let you come up here as well. We're just having a discussion, and I'm just trying to figure this out. Okay, because like I said, this race is close. I don't think that helps him. Especially with I don't think any side can afford to lose any voters at this particular time. But he was not the only person that mentioned garbage. Let's check and see who else mentioned garbage.
Donald Trump has no character. He doesn't give a damn about the Latino community. He's failed businessman. He only cares about the billionaire friends he has and accumulating wealth for those at the top. He says immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. Give me a break. He wants to do away with the birthright citizenship. Who the hell has said that in the last 100 years? And just the other day, a speaker at his rally called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know the Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico where I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
Now that, of course, had the Trump supporters up in arms. Okay. Before we get to that, Dakar Lee says that's not why he got in truck. Okay, please tell us why he got in truck. Truck had nothing to do with Puerto Rico. I definitely would agree with that too, Lee, as well. Um, so they're trying to make this the Hillary Clinton deplorable statement. Prophet. Um, you think it holds weight? Doesn't hold weight? Affects the election? Doesn't affect the election? What do you think?
Who, Joe Biden?
Yes, what he said about Trump supporters.
Nah,
I don't.
nobody listening to Joe Biden. That man is just, we watch him just for comedy to get some laughs. You know, that guy is a liar. He's lying. He's lying. We watch him just for comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's paying attention to what Joe's saying at all. You know, because Joe went up there, and this is the thing. I know some people who got them 750 FEMA checks. You know what I'm saying? I know some people who only got 750 for FEMA. You know what I'm saying? So he said that wasn't happening. You know, during the Milton storm, he was like, "Oh, it's a lie." He said that people got 750. They got more than that. Because there was a big uproar. I think I want to say one of the Carolinas or something like that. That the people were complaining that they only got 750 for.
I
their
know
FEMA.
Florida was having an issue because I want to say the governor there was trying to block it. DeSantis
Yeah.
was trying to block the help from the presidential from the administration.
Well, I heard that he wasn't picking up Joe Biden's calls.
Calls as well. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So he wasn't answering Joe Biden, and I think that's because he probably doesn't like Joe Biden. He probably thinks Joe Biden is incompetent. He's like, man, I got it. I don't even want to talk to you. Because when I watched his press conference, he was talking about all of the available resources that we already had on standby. You know what I mean? That were coming, in to help. You know what I mean? He had already had like gas stocked up and trucks on go, ready to go. He had kind of had it situated, but we still needed that FEMA though. It's a good thing he picked up the phone. I don't know how that works. If Joe Biden got to give the okay for FEMA to come down here, but I know the reason why he probably wasn't picking up Biden's calls is because he kind of had it situated.
You know what? This kind of leads me to believe it was another political stunt, though, right? Because if you look at what happened in Congress over the border wall, you got to remember we're in a presidential election period, so they had something to help with to secure the borders and provide more security and more judges to help everything flow. But the former president called up there and said, "Hey, man, if y'all do this, you're going to make this guy look good, and we don't want him to look good. So therefore, stop the bill from passing." So I'm wondering if this was almost, one of those same things where it may have made him look good, and they don't want to make the other side look good. What do you think?
Hold on,
I
before she
mean,
answers, could you repeat that, like explain it a little bit more, because I'm trying to follow. Are you
Okay.
saying that the who's trying to make who look good? Which side
Okay.
is which?
So the Democrats, there was a whole bunch of people. It was a bipartisan bill that they came up with to help people. The border was a big issue. Is a big issue, right? So they were going to pass it, but it was going to get passed under the current president, who is now Joe Biden, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Trump said, "I don't. If you do this, you may make Joe Biden look good. So exit out." So I'm wondering if it's the same thing with Ron DeSantis to say, well, if he looks like he's helping or doing a good job during a presidential election, maybe that might not look good for us. What do you think about that, Kay?
I think, okay, so it's not that everybody hates Joe Biden right now because they feel like, it's his fault, inflation and the economy is the way it is, blah, 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 blah. But I think that they was trying to do their best to block it, not just for for the Joe Biden campaign. They didn't want that to look good during Kamala campaign because she is a part of Joe Biden's campaign. She's the vice president. So anything that would make him and his presidency look good, make her and her presidency look good, because that's something that she can put on her record if she becomes president.
So yeah, Jakar Lee says Biden gave up his spot. His words mean nothing now. So in that words, Jakar Lee, does that mean that it should not affect the election, or should it affect his the campaign for Harris? I wonder. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and push forward on the next thing here. Okay, I'm trying to layer these things so it don't be too crazy. All right, so the next thing we're gonna get into is election voting.
Americans prepare to vote, betting markets are skyrocketing to record-breaking highs. Platforms that once capped bets at a few $100 now host wagers worth millions of dollars. Critics say these wagers could undermine democracy, while advocates insist they provide real insights into the mood of the nation. Will election betting reveal a deeper pulse on the race, or is it all just a risky gamble?
All right, so my thought was, Kay, I always thought that it was illegal to vote on the president election. Apparently now, this is a thing. Good idea, bad idea? What do you think?
Okay, repeat that.
So I've always thought that it was against the law to vote on a presidential election, but now I guess it's legal to vote on a presidential election. Do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing?
Why is it illegal to vote on the presidential election?
I think
Isn't that what we've been doing when we vote for the president?
girl, gambling voting.
Oh, gamble. Oh, okay. See, that's why I asked you to turn it up,
I'm
because I didn't
sorry.
hear that
Yeah.
part.
So betting, I may have used the wrong verbiage as well. Betting on an election, I believe, was against the law. But now
I mean, low key, people do that anyway. They're not gonna take it to an actual, betting place and put that up. But I mean, isn't that part of us being America? We have the freedom to do whatever as long as it's within legal means. I mean,
yeah. As far as I knew, you weren't allowed to vote on the election. I was pretty sure that was one thing that it was. But I'm not.
I mean, but I mean, I know it's probably illegal, but I can see why people would want to bet on this one. Because you don't. Right now, it's like up in the air. You can't really say which way it's gonna go. So.
Yeah, no. I think that I don't care if people voted on it. I was just under that impression. But however, I think that I'm sorry. I'm trying to get to my Facebook. Apparently, I got some comments on the Facebook, and I'm not able to see it pop up for some reason on the stream. So
Oh
hold
Lord.
on. Let me make. I do not want to miss anybody. I appreciate everybody to come through and chop it up with your boy. So I'm gonna make sure I definitely get a chance to connect with you on that front while I'm waiting for this to load up. Do you think there's any problems that could arrive from this? Man.
Yeah, I do. A whole lot of problems. I think it would, because of everything that's going on politically, I think it would feed into more of the hate that, a lot of people are having, with each other. You know, I think it'll be more like, this team versus that team, which would create even more problems. And then, uh, I think that the IRS will have a field day with that too, because could potentially be like billions of dollars in a pot. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think that I think that this could be an issue potentially, right? Because wherever there's money, there's a potential for corruption. So
hmm
I feel like it would incentivize tampering. Now, granted, there's already
yeah.
people that want to tamper with the election, and because I don't know if you heard, but there were certain places. I don't know if it was in Arizona or somewhere, but they were like setting voting drop boxes. They were setting them on fire.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's
And
like,
it's
okay,
crazy. And the crazy thing about that is you can only vote once. So if the ballots went up in flames, you can't. Well, you can prove that you voted, but at the same time, you can't prove that you voted
yeah.
because
So
you did a mail-in ballot. And once they send that ballot out, they only have the record of they sent the ballot out. They don't have the record that you actually voted.
yeah. Um, luckily though, there were no. Sorry, there was no. I think it was only like three ballots that might have been destroyed or tampered with. The rest of them
hmm
were pretty good. So they were able to still see the name on them.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so they were able to to reach out to them and say, hey, your ballot's been tampered with. We'll send you another one. Help it. But yeah, I think they did it to like 2 locations in a
I
yeah.
thought it was three.
It probably was. It might have been. I know for sure too. Um, but yeah, it was pretty crazy. Prophet is coming back in now. I think yep. All right, I got the. Oh, let me see. Let me see. Yeah, there you go, man. Welcome back.
Yeah, I was having some technical issues. I don't know what's going on.
Oh man, we in the world of technology, so it's gonna happen. It's going. You know what I mean? It is definitely
You
going. I'm
said
over here
you're
trying to
doing a
figure
little
out.
bit too much, so the internet was like, nope, not today.
Dude,
Exactly. They were watching me. They were watching me.
I'm trying to get
They see.
into my
They see
Facebook right
it.
now, and I'm having so much problems. So I definitely understand. Dang,
That's crazy.
yeah. Wait, oh, hold on. Wait, Uncle Earl, I'm on live. What do you can't call me right now? I'm on live, man. yeah,
You're like you're doing a little bit too much talking, nephew.
hold
Let
on,
me.
Uncle Earl. Let me.
I
I'm gonna
can't
try
get
to
in
find it.
contact with you.
I'm gonna try to find it. Give me a second, Uncle Earl. If you're watching, give me a second, real quick. I'm trying to find where I sent the location to, and see if I can see the comments. Yeah, but yeah. So I don't know why I can't find the why can't I find it? New messages. Nope, nope, nope. I would assume I'm so non-tech savvy, tech illiterate. Um, I can't figure out how to get to my own show on Facebook. I can't even find out how to do it. So yes, we were talking about voting during on an election, on a presidential election. Do you think that there's any potential for number one? Did you even know it was legal? And number two, um, should it be? And number three, who you? I ain't gonna say who you voting for. Like who would you put your money on? But just those two. Did you know
We
it was
already know
legal?
what his. We already know.
Do you know? Do you think it should be legal? And do you see any problems with voting on a presidential election?
I think that it is. It shouldn't. You shouldn't be able to bet. You know, because that's gonna sway the influence to. I mean, I think it's already kind of there, to be honest, but it just kind of pushes it further in that direction. Of making it about money instead of about the greater good for the country. You know what I mean? I mean, and then you know, it kind of when you look at it, I mean, we don't have isn't it so that the electoral, uh, I forget the name of it, but it's a group of people who make the selection for the president, right?
I'm sorry. Say it again.
So isn't there something called like the electoral college or something
Yes, the
that
electoral
make
college. Yes.
yeah, they make the vote on the president, right? They have like the final say so.
Yeah. So they're I think they're the representatives in a sense, um,
Hmm.
to whatever the will of the people, the votes of the people are.
So so they don't have the authority if the people are voting for one way, they don't have the authority to push it the other way.
Okay. So this has been looked at, I think, and I think that there is a possibility for something like that to happen. I think that's what Trump is banking on. Is he put people in position to um, go against the will of the people. Um, if you hear some of his stuff, he's like, "You don't have to vote. Don't worry about voting anymore. Matter of fact, you don't even have to show. You don't even have to go vote." That was believed because he had people in places to do exactly what you're asking.
Yeah, I think it's just making it more crooked than what it is. You know what I mean? I think it's
Yeah.
already big and crooked, and I feel like they're just, you know what I'm saying, making it even more crooked. You know, the cherry on top is you can bet on it. You know what I mean? Because everything you can bet on, like I don't know this to be a fact, but I've heard a lot of rumors about sports games being rigged.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I mean that's what I'm with you on that one because I'm like, dude, anything that has money in it has corruption in it.
exactly.
Yeah. So I'm feeling you on that one. That would be my fear is that someone bets a large sum and then put their little finger on the scale uh, to go in their favor. On that front. So I definitely agree with you, Uncle Earl. Man, I am so sorry. I seen a couple of things you were talking about tribalism, as well as participating now, as well as false equivalencies. I'm not sure what it pertained to, and I'm doing it right now. Um, I can see your texts. I can see what you write on Facebook now. So if you want to go ahead and text in, let me know if you want to come on as well. If anybody wants to come on, let me know. I will drop the link so you can come in and also have a spiel as well. All right. I don't know why it's not why it's not showing up on my end. I wish it would. Um, so KML, wow, there she is. All right, beautiful. Good to see you again. All right, so
Yeah, I was frozen. I was frozen on the screen, so I had to jump out and jump back in.
okay. Now
They
go ahead.
no, it's all kind of stuff going haywire, man. They do not want us having this conversation.
Oh, they do not want this conversation to happen. um, Profit. What was I going to say? Uh, oh, the money that's being put in.
Hmm.
Trump is ahead on that. Do you think that that represents the people? Because I think that that's what they were kind of saying was,
Nope.
well, based off of the voting, it's kind of showing where the country's leaning. What do you think about that?
I think that to be honest with you, since you said that, I hate to, try to make any accusations, but if I didn't know no better, I'd say Trump had something to do with it. Because like Trump is one of them type of individuals, he's in. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
got to win, and he don't care what he got to do to get there. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't doubt if that's something he had something to do with. As far as coming up with that idea. This is the first time it's happened, I believe. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't doubt if he had something to do with it. Not that I look at it. Not that I fought him for it, is what I'm saying. I don't blame him. He's playing dirty. He feel like they playing dirty. He gonna play dirty. I don't think that it's good for the election. And I think that the people that's betting on that doesn't represent the population. It represents the people who have a favorable interest in whatever agenda, what I'm saying, that Trump is gonna put forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or willing to put forth of their agenda. You know what I mean? So I think that it'll trickle down a little bit better with Trump in office. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
Well, me myself, I feel like that those dollars are coming from the corporations because they're looking forward to more tax breaks. You know, after the election, if he was to potentially win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most definitely. Oops, did I do that? Okay. Yeah, most definitely. I think. Oh, did we lose him? All right.
He probably had.
Oh, no, I think I heard him.
There
All
you
right. So
go. He's
I
still
think
there.
that. Yeah, I think So did you say that it does? Do you think that the fact that Trump is leading in the bets, do you think that that is reflective of of what the United States is thinking or where they're trying to go to?
Um, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. I think that it could be reflective. I don't think it's the people, but it could be reflective of, what they're leaning towards. If all the money on Trump, you know what I mean, then somebody's gonna win big, and vice versa. I just think it's all crooked, to be honest with you. I
Yeah.
don't think there's nothing.
Hey, matter of fact, you know what? I'm about to call Uncle Earl. I'm acting like I can't do what the hell I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh no.
Yeah.
You know what
I know.
I'm
I want to hear what he has. I want to hear what Uncle Earl got to say
saying?
too.
You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. Give me a second, y'all. Uh we gonna see. Matter of fact, I think I can hook it up to the thing. Hey, what up, Uncle? I'm live right now. I got you on the mic. What's going on?
Hey, Mr. Earl.
What's up, Pop?
We can't hear nothing he's saying.
Okay. Okay. I couldn't tell you had a couple of drinks.
Switch.
Would you like me to put you on? Hey.
I want to hear what he got to
Do you
say.
want me to put you on the podcast on the phone? All right, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can get you in there. Give me 1 second. Let me see.
He sound like he ain't playing. He listening deep.
This thing happen real quick. I think I'm in the right spot.
Yeah, I don't.
What's that? I think it's this one. Let me see. Mic check. Mic check. Might be that one. All right. Let's take that out. Let's put this in. All right. Can you say something, Monk?
Mm-mm.
Can y'all hear me?
We can't
Can you
hear
hear
him.
him?
No,
No.
we can't. We can hear you, but not
Oh, they
him.
can't hear me. Hold on. Let
You
me see.
can't
Let me
just put
switch.
your
Hold on.
phone.
Let me
You
switch
can't
this
just put your phone up to the
real
mic.
quick. To Can y'all hear me?
I don't know. Marcus.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I
Oh,
can
can you
hear
hear
Yeah,
me
you.
now?
What's
Can you
we
good?
hear
can
me?
hear him.
Oh. Let me
You
see.
might gotta turn up some, Mark.
Or mute. Hello.
E.
Oh man. Oh wait. You know what? Uh
You had it. You just need to turn it up a little bit.
Hello. Hey, sorry about that. I was not able to get you in here for some reason. I don't know why it was. Can y'all hear me on the
You
podcast?
had it.
I did.
Yeah, you
I didn't hear
had
y'all
it.
say nothing.
We
I
did.
did. I said you got it. You just gotta turn it up.
Okay, hold on. Okay. You wanna? I'm gonna try to connect it
He
again.
was on
Okay.
there.
Do you feel you can contribute?
I feel like you
Tell
Well,
Paz to come on.
let me see.
Tell him jump on.
All right, y'all, give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear him. I don't think I could hear him. Hold on, let me see. Hello. Say something, Monk. Can y'all hear him? Can I hear him?
No.
No. Can't hear him. No. Okay. Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Unc? Okay.
You probably just gotta turn it up some type of way because he was on there.
Yeah.
Yes. Say something again, Unc.
I'm just saying, this is something that we
There you go.
need to work on. If we can,
all right.
I mean, if the broader, the folks you trying to reach, we can't reach. We need to work on, hooking that up. Correct or not?
So, what exactly are you saying as far as the certain party or?
All I'm saying, all I call to say, man, is that it does my heart good to hear you youngsters in my eyes, right? It, to be able to, I didn't think y'all, I talk to people my age and older every day,
Yes.
and I didn't think y'all had this kind of insight.
I appreciate it.
But to hear, it does, man.
Well, we is close to 50. Well, I'm close to 50, so yeah.
It passes upwards, right?
Okay.
To my folks, right? You feel me?
Yeah.
That y'all, y'all are in good hands. History is in good hands. That's my takeaway from the conversation I just heard.
Well, I definitely do appreciate the kind words. Thank you
That's
so
beautiful.
much. I can't unfortunately hear the rest of the panelists, but they can hear you. And I think they can hear me as well. I'm not sure. But thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
We appreciate you though, Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you, Pop.
You guys make me so proud. You know, you guys make me.
Oh.
You guys do us proud.
Well,
And
That's beautiful,
I
Dad.
know. I ain't trying to. Are you, can I finish or?
no. Do you got the floor?
Because
Go
one
ahead,
time
go
I
ahead.
was considered an elder.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what. That's
It don't
why.
matter.
That's why I shut the hell up when you started talking. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but man, you know what? I'm so proud to see all of y'all, my kids, and you know, my, the younger generation, because we're entering into a phase
Mm-hmm.
where uh we, in order to propel a certain narrative, which I consider the truth, it can't happen if we don't know our history.
Yes.
You understand that, Phil?
Yes, sir.
So what I'm hearing so far, I'm hearing folks that know their history.
Yes, sir.
You know, I just want you to know I'm a supporter. You know, it makes me proud to see my kids. You know, my family, and everybody. You know, just trying to put forth a positive narrative. You know, he ain't talking about what's old boy just got out of jail the other day and all that old stuff.
Yeah.
You know, you trying to put forth a positive narrative, and I just, man, I just want y'all to know I'm proud of you. And
Thank you,
if
Dad.
you keep doing what you're doing, it's it it, it it's going at the end of the day, it's going to reach. The message is going to reach the people that the message is intended to reach.
Yes, sir.
Feel me?
Yes, sir.
I'm full of that all. But
Well lubricated. I get it, but you ain't told no lies. You know what I'm talking about?
what hey man, when I was 16 years old, my little girlfriend left me. I told her I didn't love her no more, and and and, and I tried to make up with her. She said, what she say? A drunk man speak, a sober man talk.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
just
We
keep
appreciate you. Thank you so much.
propelling
Yeah, thank you.
the message. I love it. I wish the whole, you know, I mean, I don't want to be selfish, but I wish the whole family could hear it. You
Yeah.
know, uh, and if I was on your side of the fence, I would say, well, all they got to do is just, click on, and hear it,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
But man, that's awesome. It's awesome to see my nieces and nephews and my kids doing something positive, you know, and trying to, walk, trying to propel a, a positive narrative, you know, and I can't be more proud of you, Marcus. I mean, on an individual basis, I'm just gonna call you out by name. You my
Already.
man.
Yes,
You
sir.
feel me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If you was sitting in here with me right now, but not you say by name.
Yes.
But
Oh, yeah.
but man, man, I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud of y'all. I'm so proud of all the kids, LaDonnie, and all the rest of y'all. You know, Chris. I mean, all the nieces and nephews and kids. Man, y'all come, man. Y'all are prayed up.
Yes, sir.
I want you to understand
Yes,
this.
indeed.
It's it's people that pray for y'all that y'all would never even know. You
Yes, sir.
understand?
Yes, and
So
some we
Mm-hmm.
do. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, oh
Had them
yeah, some
prayer
we do.
warriors. You know what I'm
Oh yes, sir. Most definitely. You know, and I know
Got to.
you know
Yes, sir.
who have gone
Got
down
to
in
stay in
prayer.
prayer.
Yes.
You know, for a long time. I remember my mama, your grandma,
Yep.
when would go down in prayer for hours. And when mama went down in prayer, you couldn't bother. You wasn't allowed to even bother her.
Yeah. Oh no. You better not go knocking on no doors.
No, you better not.
Oh no. Oh
You better
no.
not. Unless you got a gunshot wound or something.
It better be an emergency. Emergency.
It got to be. To come to your hand the Lord.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But what the point I'm making is when mama went down in prayer, she would call us all out by name.
Yes.
You understand?
Oh yeah.
And I mean, part of the conversation I get that I mean, I get it. And I appreciate y'all putting that out there. You know,
Mm.
but when it comes to me personally, after all probably this last 10 years, you know, that I've been politically aware, I I man, as far as I'm concerned, you know, I serve a different God.
Yes.
I mean, I can't relate to anything. I mean, I understand wickedness when I see it
Yes.
because I've been taught to see there's no wickedness when I see it.
Yes.
Right, coming up
Oh
from a
yeah.
kid, coming up in the church, you know. But but now you know, folks is that's been taught to see. I don't know, nephew, how to say it. I mean, I'm trying to be respectful.
Yeah. No, I get you. I get you. You know, we gotta
Take your
walk that
time.
line
Take your
sometimes,
time.
but I get exactly where you're going.
I can't I can't relate. I can't relate to a certain type of Christianity. Let me put it like that.
Yeah. No. I didn't heard you and the other uncles
Hmm.
get talk about it. And it makes sense.
Well, that's all. That's all I'm trying to say, man. I'm calling in my support.
All right, man. I appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much. And you got to pull me up something next time we come through.
All right, Dad. Thanks for dropping
All
by.
right, man. Love you. You take care.
Thank
All
you.
right, bye.
Bye bye.
I know I ain't
Bye.
part of the family, but I sure felt like it.
And
I know I ain't. I know I ain't part of the family.
That's where I got all my wisdom from.
Can you hear us? Okay. You.
no.
There it
One
is.
second. You can hear me
Yeah,
now?
we
Okay,
can hear
I
you
just want to
now.
make sure. Hold on. Okay, there it goes. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry for the Sorry for the technical difficulties. Give it up to my uncle, man. What up, man? Let's get it. Oh wait, hold on, my thing ain't working. Oh
I
snap.
know. Shoot.
Oh, my sounds ain't working. Wait, what's
He
this
made me feel. Had me over here shedding a little tear. That's good when the elders speak up
Yes, sir.
yeah. I don't know why the
and
heck.
say that you're doing good.
Yeah, man, I really do.
See,
Thank
that's
you,
your
Chef Bro.
sign. We need to get back to how Ace of Spades used to be.
Yeah, man. I definitely have to agree. Can anybody hear those sounds? They're not coming through on my end.
Yeah.
You can hear them? You say you can't hear them?
I didn't hear nothing.
No.
What
Okay.
sound?
I
I
I
can
got
hear.
couldn't.
I got
I
some
can.
sound effects
Uh-uh.
going off, but they're not. Let me see. Yeah, they're not making. They're not making any noise. Okay. All right, that's okay. We'll just continue on with the continuing on. Okay. Figure out that later. Woo. Yeah, I'll just push these buttons, man. Give it to my uncle. Oh, that ain't
I mean,
working
I
either.
heard the clapping.
You can't
If
hear
that's
it?
what you're talking about.
Oh, you
I
can't?
did hear it when it went off.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's not working for me. I can't hear it on my end for some reason, but we're going to go ahead and keep the party going, man. Yo, yes, man. I am so grateful that he came in and said something. The same way I'm grateful that you guys are here as well. You guys didn't have to come in. He didn't have to come in, but you guys did, and I appreciate you guys for that. So we're going to go ahead and get right back into this thing. All right, let's see what I got over there. All right, back in my zone here. Now, one of the things that that kind of I've got a little bit of questions about here. Let me see what this says. What is Okay, so I think we went ahead and talked about we did the Trump thing. Okay. So the presidential betting, we just got off of that, and now we're on. Okay, so there's a large support of black males. I'll say black people in general, but definitely I hear a loud vocalness when it comes to black males and their support of Trump. Now, there's this thing that I've always wondered, and this is not just with black males. This is with with European Americans as well. Okay, and this is just a simple question. Okay, comment section. Feel free to answer however you please, and I'll come to you guys on the panel. But what I see is that there are plenty of people from a lower economic standard that support someone who's as wealthy as he is. Normally, back in my day, we would view this as someone who does not have the same struggles, the same problems, the same life that we have. Enough to champion them. Not to say that we wouldn't want to necessarily, and I may be answering my question in this by itself, just talking it out loud. You may want their money or their wealth, but to really relate and resonate with someone like that, that was almost kind of non-existent because they never really went through what you went through. They didn't have to struggle the way that you struggled. Prophet, you had mentioned that he was given money by his father. And do you know how much money he was given by his father, from his father?
It was like one or 2 million.
1 or 2 million. And I seen, and I think it was in Georgia actually, where it said "N words for Trump," right? On a white T-shirt, black letters, in an area that Trump wouldn't be found dead in. Why does he resonate, Prophet, so much with individuals that have nothing in common with him?
Well, I think what it is I don't, and I'm not 100% positive on this, but I don't think that we've ever had a poor president, or in my lifetime of being aware. Um, Also, I think that what black people that are for Trump, and they may not even understand politics or be well versed in it. I think they just think in their head, you know, regardless of whatever you're telling me, whatever policies or bills you getting passed, they know that when Trump was in office, things were better. And then for the ambitious black person, the ambitious individual, you know, who's trying to put something together, you know what I mean? As far as start building, you know, I think that resources were more, and in my own personal perspective, I think that Trump is more so. I feel like he laid the field fair for everybody. I know y'all behind, but I tell you what, we gonna stop cheating and we gonna play, and y'all can try to catch up. You know what I mean? Versus the past 4 years have been terrible. You know what I mean? If we're speaking from an economic standpoint, it's been terrible, and it seems like it's just getting worse. And I think that Black Americans, they're just trying to breathe. You know what I mean? They just want to go back to what it was. You know what I mean? Because it was money was flowing, and when you talk to a Black American that's supporting Trump, it's hard to get past that first wall of it was more money flowing around when Trump was in office.
Okay.
And real quick, just let me say this
I don't
Go.
think
too.
it was
Hold on.
necessarily more.
He's gonna finish off. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I think that the reason why that is because I definitely think it has to do with energy and people's relationships with whoever we have to deal with on energy. And I think that when a favorable business person is in office, people kind of the top wigs that are on the corporations and have all the money, I think they get a little more loose with their cash and let it flow through the economy. They're more loose with spending. Companies are more loose with spending. And I think that when they get an unfavorable candidate in office, they tighten up and get very conservative. You know what I mean? So it tightens up everything all the way down to the bottom.
Okay. All right. Kay, I think that COVID had a thing to play in this. I think that um I still stay in the same house. I didn't get a mansion. I didn't get a Bugatti. I don't know where this money is that a lot of people espouse of having. Okay. Now
Oh, I know.
I believe that COVID hit and it messed up the economy across the board, not
Mhm.
just in America, right?
Mhm.
So why
Mhm.
is it that, or you know what? I'm kind of piggybacking off what Gooch was saying. I'm gonna go to my original point. My original point is how come individuals that have nothing alike are nothing in kind with Trump support and back him so hard?
Most of it is because they think that they had more money, when Trump was in office, when in fact, it wasn't the fact that there was more money because it's the same amount of money, you know, but the problem is that inflation, everything went up. So, with the same amount of money that was floating around, during COVID and all this other stuff, with the pandemic and all this stuff, with the price of everything higher than what it was, it just it don't look the same anymore. So they think, well, I had more money when Trump was in office. He, made sure that the money kept circulating. When in fact, because the money was circulating, the corporations was like, okay, since this is high in demand, we're gonna charge more, and everybody just followed the chain. That's why everything's super high now, and it seems like there's no money
Yeah, 'cause I do think that COVID played a piece in this. I do think that because it wasn't just us that had this issue and who's dealing with inflation. Um, you
flow.
know,
No, because if you look at it, people wasn't that wasn't working. They found other means of making income. So by people, actually having a chance to sit back and think, of other ways to make money besides, going to a 9 to 5 every day. It just, once people, figured it out and did what they had to do, they was just making more money off of, or, what they wasn't making on their 9 to 5. So I think it's just like it's an illusion, so to speak. You look like you was making more money over here when in fact you really wasn't. It was just everything didn't cost as much.
okay, and
So, and I think that's what they trying to play. That's how they trying to play it politically, saying, "Oh, because Joe Biden got in office, he made everything super high, but everything went up before Joe Biden got into office." It just continued on after he got into office. So that's I think that's one of the political plays that they're trying to play. So that's why there's like this divide and all these black people for Trump and this, that, and the other. So yeah.
Okay, because I think that it's hard to. I don't understand the correlation because some people say white privilege. I think there's also wealth privilege, right? I think there's all these other privileges,
Mm-hmm.
but this guy is able to get away with. Check out. Let's see what this guy to say real quick. Oh, hold on. Let me bring it back. I think the phone call thing might have threw everything out of whack. I'm gonna try one more time. All right, there it goes. For some reason, stuff don't want to work now. Okay. All right, I'm not taking no more calls. Let me see. Let me see if I can maybe drag and drop this thing. Maybe let's see. Yeah, let's go here. All right, let me try one more time.
Nope.
So if I shut it down, I think everything drops down. I think I need to reset it, but I don't know how I'm going to do that. Let me see. Maybe I create a new one. Let me see. Add. Okay. Let's see. We go here. Do this, maybe. Don't play. It is not playing. Okay. Oh, here we go.
There.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, it still ain't playing though. It came up, but now it's not even responding. Just as a side note, we are mics are hot, so just so just be aware. This one doesn't have the it's not set up correctly. So come on, dude. What the heck? Let me see here. Calculation. Yeah, I don't know why this is not playing. It should be playing.
But what was he saying?
He was basically speaking. I don't want to mess up his words. You know what I'm saying? When it's better when somebody else says it. You know what I'm saying? They say, I can't articulate in the manner of which he articulated it, and it would be doing justice if I did. Let me see if everything is messed up. Hold on, let me go back. Don't do that. Okay. Yeah. I apologize. I don't know why all of a sudden everything is messing up. My audio isn't working for the sounds. So let me see. Push that maybe. Nope, that's not doing it. I have no idea. God dang it. I have more stuff to get into. Real serious stuff. Can I still have y'all for a little bit?
Of course.
Okay.
All right. What I might have to do is I might have to drop down and then try to come back. Is that
Okay.
cool? All right.
That's fine.
Give me a second. I'm gonna drop down and then I'll actually y'all just stay on. See if it pops y'all back in. If not, then just try to reconnect with the same
Okay.
link. If not, I'll shoot a different link. All right.
Okay.
Live broadcast. There's live